Hey ARMA, wanted to introduce you to a new mode being worked on by Ivosh with a little bit of assistance from myself. It's called War Machine. It's basically Battlefield for ARMA. It has a lot of potential to be a lot of fun. I'm going to explain it here in the next 5-10 minutes to try to show you what it looks like and how it performs. The server hosting it is right here, Unofficial Battlefield ARMA by Ivosh. Let's go ahead and join it. Alright, so when you first join the server, you're going to be thrown into the lobby, and it's going to look a little different probably than what you're used to. I just want to kind of show you the layout. Right now, it's 48 people, 24 on each side. If you join an empty server, it's really not too much of an issue. All these slots are automatically filled and controlled by AI. And the way it's set up, like I said, it's 3 squads per team. Each team has all these classes along with squad leader position, which is actually very important. That position allows you to control AI, order airdrops, set up fortifications, and you act as a spawn point for your team. Beautiful way this is designed. The nice thing about it is as players join, they could either take the squad leader position or they can join any of these slots, and they'll automatically join your squad, replace the AI, and then offload any work that the server was doing now is eliminated every time players join. So we don't have to worry about it. Performance issues as much, because as more people join, the AI gets offloaded and the server continues to perform phenomenal. So let's go ahead and launch and I'll explain further. So when you first join, you're going to see this screen. It's the mission start. There's a mission generator that has to basically launch, and then it'll automatically do everything. I'm going to go ahead and click respawn and explain this screen here in a second. So looking at the top right, you'll see that Virtual Arsenal is accessible. It is heavily modified so that only the right gear shows up for each side. You'll see that mission start is happening right now. It's going to create the mission automatically. It's randomly generating the sectors, fob, and base, so you never have the same match. So now you'll see that the mission has been generated. Here's our base. There's the base with all the vehicles spawned, and that's important to know because all the heavy vehicles are here. Then we have the fob with lighter vehicles, and then we have the sectors that we have to fight over against Op4 to take. And I will say that right now this might change. We might introduce more and more sectors and more capabilities that for the sectors to be more important, such as having vehicles spawning on them or having gear, things like that. Now I'll explain this. This is a Bohemia creation. Your spawn points are here. You simply click on the class or the role that you want to fill. Let's say I want a missile specialist. You'll see there's a number 6. That is the maximum amount that the team is allowed to have. The remaining respawns 187. That's how many tickets. If you look here on the top right, this match is started with. So once this goes down to 0, the sector control part of the mission is terminated. We would lose in that instance. Op4 would win, and then the fight for the fob would begin, which is known as Rush in Battlefield. So I'll pick Missile Specialist, and I'll explain that component here in a second. But I'm going to pick a loadout. I'm going to click Respawn. And this is kind of what the base looks like. We'll probably improve upon this as well. And the vehicles, there's no cash or CP required. It's just first come, first serve, just like Battlefield. And how much time each one takes to respawn will also be dependent on what the mission generator creates. It could be 5 minutes per vehicle destruction for a really quick match, or it could be 15 minutes. This is Arsenal, and this just basically allows you to pick, really get down to the details on what you want. And then you would just pick what you want and close it out. One note is that the launchers are not available if you don't pick the missile specialist. So then, Arsenal selected, my AI squad you can see at the bottom left and right here in front of me. These are all my squad mates. So from here, there's a flagpole, and you can actually go to the flagpole and select from the drop-down teleport to the fob. And then if you're looking at the top left, you'll see that I have the fortification option, so I can actually build let's say I wanted a razor fence. You would just hold your space bar, and then razor wire will be deployed. If I wanted a barricade, you would hold your space bar, and then a barricade gets put up. So this is kind of in the beginning stages. There's a pretty good chance that this is going to get improved upon, but it's a really good solid foundation. Then we have the airdrop option. You select airdrop, and then on the top left you can see that I have all these options. And let's say you would want this if you're maybe stranded out here and you're kind of, instead of walking 600 meters, you would just select I need a truck for my whole squad, and then if you look up, there it is. And then the truck drops, put your AI in it, and go to the front. Now, I'll explain this mode a little bit better here. So, when you first start, the idea is going to be for your team to either start at base, drive the vehicles up to the front, or start at fob and rush these sectors. You want to capture each sector, but you want to do it in a way that you don't expend too many respawns, meaning you don't want to die a lot. This mode punishes bad gameplay, so it's to your benefit as a team to stay together and revive each other, because revive is on. And you'll see over here that you have your tickets for both teams, so you'll see when they're close to losing and when you're close to losing, and then your information on each sector is right there as well for your HUD. But the way to win this right now would be to either kill enough Op4 so this gets down to 0 and then it kicks off the next mode, which I'll show, or capture all of the sectors, and then once they're all captured, what happens is it actually will start a ticket bleed. So every second Op4 will lose one ticket. So the way it looks, and I'll demonstrate it, is, let's say Blue 4 just captured all these three. A ticket bleed began. Alright, so then what happens is after the let's say Op4 loses all their tickets, the mode goes into rush mode. So now the objective of Blue 4 is to get their butts over to capture their fob from CSAT. Now when you capture the fob, the ticket bleed begins for Op4 and the round is over. Another way of doing that is basically just surrounding Op4 and just putting down as much firepower on them and running out their tickets without expending too many of your tickets. The attackers have more tickets than the defenders because it's a lot harder than you think to do that. But once that's done, the game's over and it relaunches and a new round begins. That's pretty much it. If you've got any comments, suggestions, or you want to check it out, all the information is in the description. Subscribe for updates, and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.